Hello, good morning. This is the Thursday of week 6, which means I'm going to show some stuff. So it's all about minor new little chops and changes and features. I'll show you what I mean. If we hit play on this scene here, the last 24 to 36 hours has been all about getting these in. We'll go through them one by one. Have a little look. Controller on. All right. What's going to be the best way for the like this? So, feature number 1. Just going to have to go for a little run here. So feature number 1, we've got a snake on the screen right now. If I hit it with an active tile like that, it spawns a bunch of coins, and the coins will now magnetize to us, which is brand new, fresh off the press feature. We'll do one again there, collect that coin, jump through a portal. So the coins magnetizing to us is just a total no-brainer. It's fun, it feels good, it enables you to collect more coins, and collecting coins is something that early on in the brief we just decided is just good. It feels good to pick coins up. So enabling easier ways to do that is great. It also has a nice, it's a kind of part of the environment integration piece that I'm thinking a lot about at the moment, where we need to be, as designers, focusing on making sure that we have world elements that have relationships with each other. It is a fact of the real world that everything, some coins, it is a fact of the real world that everything that exists, whether it wants to or not, has some relationship with everything else. We know intuitively in the real world how things react and play with each other. In your game world, the more that you can emulate that, the more that your world starts to feel like something that came into existence together. So one of the cool little mechanical synergies that comes along with the fact that coins hoover to you now is if I have a screen like this and I have a snake right at the top, a snake right at the bottom, and a snake right in the middle, I have a reason now and a method to hunt those snakes down in order to get their coins. Whereas previously, if I had 3 snakes in that orientation, maybe I tap one of them and then am able to get there, pick the coins up, and then I'll be out of time, because obviously the death wall's always coming. The game is about always moving forward. The synergy just isn't there to make killing the snakes worthwhile unless they were actually explicitly in your path already. Whereas now you can elect to kind of hunt them down, because the coins will magnetize to you, so you get the reward for them. You know, this snake over here, if we just leave this one in his way, and we get all those coins. Great. So that's probably major change number 1, which, yeah, really good effect straight away. The next one, as this void zone is very conveniently showing, is the visual for the void zones. So that void zone there now, a couple of new things. 1, it doesn't project a pillar all the way to the back wall. It's just kind of shredding its material and throwing it out the back. 2, it is actually a black void right in the middle of the zone. Let's just get rid of our friend and see if we can, in a more peaceful environment, see if we can hunt one of those down. There's one. So there it is. So instead of that beam going all the way to the back wall, which was visually obscuring quite a large portion of the play space and throwing out our parallax of the Z0 playing plane and our ability to perceive where elements are at the zero plane when they get thrown a long way back down the negative. Oh, these coins are so good. Additionally, they're a void inside, which they weren't before. I'm not really sure why they weren't before. It was actually really easy to put in. That was a misstep on my behalf. They also have the reaction now to our active tile, where if I throw an active tile into them, they shrink back to their minimum size and then start growing again. This gives us an additional meaningful counterplay to them in the environment. Initially, my intent was that the counterplay was that the player would traverse either above them or below them, and that was one of the elements in my world that was forcing interaction with the verticality of the play space. And whilst all of that is technically true and like that kind of works, it wasn't as interesting or really sufficient as a counterplay versus giving the player something that they can maliciously, like, oh, okay, cool, I can plan and I have tools and I have decisions to make whereby I can choose to just climb over the big void zone, or maybe I can just zap it down, and now that it's zapped down, I can scoot over the top of it before it grows again. That feels more exciting and more interesting. I have more control, I've got more agency over that. And I think it's a great little step forward. What else did we do? Coins, snakes and coins, void zone visuals. Lightning strikes. So is my debug key still in? Yes, it is. Lightning strikes now. So when we get hit by a lightning strike, it electrifies us and unlocks our jumps and our dashes for that period of time. So if we get hit by another one, we can see we get all zappy, and we now have our jumps unlocked until the end. So that one was a challenging one for me to come to grips with, because it seems like too much to give the player a free reign of their jumps like that. Oh, this is a nice little, yeah. It seems too much initially, but what it is just fun and it feels good. Maximally, it means that, see if we can get another one. No. Maximally, it means that maybe the player runs a bit further, which if we revise our whole point of the game and look at where the fun comes from, that's where the fun comes from, is running further and surviving and having tools to, scrabble and go further. And so there's no reason. It's a symmetric playing field, so all players will have access to that equally. We're not creating any kind of asymmetric imbalance or anything unfair. We don't need to worry about balance between players. So why not give them just tools and abilities in the space that are fun? And what I've experienced with that particular tool so far is that it creates this other random, potential for random assortments of things to happen in your environment, where maybe you have a void zone and a void zone and a void zone, and it's just this impassable barrier, and you're stressing out, and then a lightning bolt comes in, at that clutch time. I've got your coin. A lightning bolt comes in at that clutch time. That is a very good thing to happen, and feels really good when that happens, because you maybe didn't have a way out of that situation. Some random thing comes in at this clutch moment, and you go, I can't believe I got a lightning bolt at that exact moment. And that getting the lightning bolt now means you kind of catch it. You have the additional risk of it just destroyed the platforms under you, but you now also get, some period of infinite jump and a little bit more movement speed. And it's just enough to get you out of whatever fix you might be in, get yourself oriented again, and then continue the run. Great little addition. Something that I wouldn't have designed and added even probably a couple of weeks ago. This slightly more free, fun-based, less mechanical and a little less pretentious method of design is really paying off so far. I think it's doing some good stuff. I'm sure I'm soon to discover where it can lead me astray, but for now, things going in really well.